Emmett versus Vallejos just wrapped up. This was one of the best nights of my life. We had an amazing UFC card, and I did probably some of the best I ever did on picks. Umar C sold our ass. We would have went undefeated on this card with some pretty accurate predictions as well. But Umar C gets subbed in round one, guillotine. We'll get into that. But an amazing Apex card. I knew this was going to be a banger, but it actually exceeded my expectations. There were so many wars on this card. Just banger fights, nasty finishes. This was a great, great card. I'm super, super happy it turned out this way. And let's get straight into it. Starting off in the main event, Kevin Vallejos gets an unexpected round one knockout. Not an unexpected knockout. I did pick him by knockout like round three or so. Late round two, round three, round four, something like that. Like someone in the middle of the fight, but he gets it done early. And Josh Emmett, I know he's been training with TJ Dillashaw, but he kind of came out trying to beat him a little too much, I guess. And what's it called? Like moving around on the outside a lot, like just kind of like you know, like little Matrix style. And you would come in, switch stances, like look for hooks, and you know, he didn't really have any success. He landed 3 strikes. I said in my prediction video, will Josh Emmett land a strike? He did land 3, but he had 3 6 strikes as well. But he didn't get any success in this fight. Kevin Vallejos is 23, 24 years old, and he's a problem. Who does that to Josh Emmett? I'm gonna say that right now. Yes, Elite Supporter 50-42 to him. Yes, people have Yusuf Zalal just subbed in the first, but who knocks him out like that in the first round? Flawless performance from him. You know, like he came out. He has such good pocket awareness and control of his body. Every time Josh Emmett came in, counter. He was waiting. It was coming to him. Counter, just counter. Nice hooks. Really accurate as well here. And you know, the finishing sequence he landed. I knew he was gonna land a big right hand over the top to like hurt him, but he landed a big right hand over the top, and then like kind of came with the left, and then backed up, and they kind of separated, and then lands a right hook on the chin. Like those ones where it's like right hook on the chin, sits him down, and landed big ground and pound, and it was just done from there. Josh Emmett was kind of fucked. It was could have been called a late stoppage, but yeah, I mean a flawless. There's not much to say. It was a 3.5 minute fight. Very good from Kevin Vallejos. He looks really fucking. He looked nicely sized in there too. You know, with Josh Emmett, he looked good. He's dangerous, bro. And he showed some power in this fight. He's always had a little bit of power. Nothing crazy, not like Ilya power, but he has some power. He's gonna be a fucking problem here. He did a nice sprawl on when Josh Emmett countered him to sprawl or to the takedown. He sprawled as well, and he showed very good just cage awareness. And he's never out of position. That's one thing I really like about him. He's not really out of position. He's very defensively sound. And I want to see him go up against a more dynamic striker next. Maybe you could match him up with a grappler, but I like a dynamic striker. Let me look at the rankings real quick. Let me pull that up. Actually, let's pull it up here. Because he didn't call anyone out specifically, but he's number 14. He just beat number 11. No, I think Gene Silva's probably going to get him, but, you know, he could do like a Aljo Zalal loser, because they're fighting in about a month. Or like not really a Movzar Lerone loser. Maybe Arnold Allen, if Arnold Allen loses. Even Melky if he loses, but he'll probably be ranked above him at the time. It's just weird, because the top is very, and Steve Garcia's, Brian Ortega's out of the division. He's a lightweight. Very interesting matchmaking, because his division is pretty crowded. Only 6-4. Gene Silva and Yair Rodriguez are not booked. So, which I guess they're gonna fight each other if I had to choose, or like get Yair Rodriguez out of here. So it's very interesting. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But amazing fight from him, and flawless performance. It was really, really good. As I expected. I expected him to shut out Josh Emmett, and Josh Emmett literally be able to do nothing. My thumbnail for my predictions was he can't do anything. That's what it was. On to the co-main event. I didn't really watch I didn't watch this fight at all. I was taking a score break before the main event. But Amanda Lemos, I know it was 29-28, I'm pretty sure. It looked like Amanda Lemos, the first round, was kind of landing more. She had like top position for a little bit. And then round 2, Jillian Robinson got her grappling going. Landed some more strikes. And then round 3, same thing. Just out-grappled her over the 3 rounds and got the decision win. So as expected, I expected maybe a sub. I don't even think she had a sub attempt here. Yeah, so pretty much as expected. But, oh shit, I forgot to post something. Pretty much as expected for this fight. I didn't really watch it, you know. I don't really care, sorry. So let's go on to the featured fight. Andre Fili versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Maybe Jose Miguel Delgado is not the fighter we thought. I know a lot of people were picking him, including myself, to just win this fight pretty easily by finish. I picked round 1 knockout. He got a split decision win, which I thought he won. I know a lot of people were calling robbery, which I did not believe that. I thought Andre Fili won round 1 because it was close in round 1, but he did get dropped. He did drop him, so I thought that won him the round, Andre Fili. Because I think the numbers were more in Miguel Delgado's favor. Yeah, he outstruck him, but got dropped. You know, they don't count as a knockdown. It was like he fell on his face, kind of, with a counter right hand, which Andre Fili landed a lot of in this fight. A lot of right hands. And throughout this whole fight, it looked like Miguel Delgado, for the most part, was having success at kicking ranges. He was kicking the legs, kicking the body, the hands. And he was doing good there, moving around well. But Andre, whenever he would come in and try to use his hands, use his boxing, Andre Fili would really exploit it and be able to counter him on that. And let me look back at my notes. There was in round 1, yeah, and then round 2, Delgado there was a couple crazy sequences where he kind of teed off, and that kind of won him the rounds. But it was the same story outside of that, where in the boxing and with the hands, Andre Fili was winning those exchanges, more so countering very well, especially landing that big right hand that I told you about a lot. Second round, third round, it was both same stuff, same of that stuff, but then there was 2 moments where Delgado had a crazy sequence where he hurt Fili and then tees off on him, where he could have the elbows, the knees, which he's really, really good at. Really nasty, big shots that Andre Fili ate pretty well. His chin looked really good. His boxing looked really good. Andre Fili looked good in this fight. And that same thing happened in round 3. Delgado hurt him. I thought maybe he finishes it here, but Fili survives, and I think that won him those 2 rounds. I definitely think he won that, because people are going to be crying about, oh, Fili, because I know people like Fili. He's a fan favorite. But he didn't win that fucking round. I don't think he won the fight. And we're going to talk about another robbery, but we'll get to that in a second. And I think, yeah, maybe Jose Miguel Delgado is not the prospect we thought. I still think he's got a lot of potential, but he's defensively, when he comes in, his defensive boxing isn't great. And maybe Daniel Wood gets sparked by Lacine Kita now. I don't know. Maybe he gets his ass beat. I haven't seen much of Lacine Kita, so I want to watch that. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. I think he definitely won rounds 2 and 3. Because the takedown at the end without doing shit doesn't do anything. And then the fight of the night, probably Marwan Rahiki versus Harry Hardwick. Bro, Harry Hardwick, this fight was literally no defense. They were just throwing shit. Like fucking straight scrapping, bro. I remember right when this fight started, Harry Hardwick checks a kick, he smiles, and whatever. And then he, like, Hardwick took his back early on, and I was a little worried, because I was like, that was one part. I'm like, okay, Hardwick has good back take ability, good grappling in that sense, and that's where he could find a finish or get a lot of success. But Marwan, he kind of like shrugged him off, got him to slip off his back, and then, you know, they get up. They're both teeing off and doing, there's great chins on both. Harry Hardwick was getting outboxed, but he was also able to counter Marwan Rahiki well in these exchanges, because they both had no defense. But Hardwick he has no power. I said this, he has no physical gifts, no disrespect, bro, but like, he's just a slinky little, like, fuck. And he's pale, like he looks like somebody that doesn't have power, or isn't athletic, or isn't dangerous. He does not look like a fighter. With all due respect, no disrespect, bro. You do not look like a fighter, but you're still fighting. You're still in the UFC. You have your Cage Warriors title, which is still good. And then the second round, Rahiki tees off on him, hurts him with a head kick. Hardwick just fucking survives again. Rahiki landed he landed 2 huge hooks counter in the middle of the octagon. That might have been where Harry Hardwick broke his jaw, but then he gets him against the fence. More huge shots. And like just surviving. And then Harry got a takedown. There was a reversal by Rahiki, and then it kind of stayed there for like the last 90 seconds. and then they got up with like 30 seconds left, and then still threw some hands, and then on the stool, Harry Hardwick got called off because he broke his jaw. I remember I saw him like this in the fight in the second round. I'm like, the jaw's definitely broken. That looks terrible. But amazing performance, amazing fight. Marwan Rahiki is very good, I think. A very good prospect. He just needs to get better with his fucking defense because he has good kickboxing, he has good low kicks. I like his whole array of kicks. He really mixes up well. He's got power. He's got a lot of power. He's got really good counters, really good offensively. It's just the defense is a little lacking. I want to see more of his takedown defense, his anti-grappling, but he's got a chin on himself as well. Harry Hardwick, he should definitely be in the UFC. He's a tough motherfucker, but I fear that he might become one of those guys that's like, he's just tough, you know? And that could fade a lot if you're in fights like this. You're in scraps like this. Because he does have skill, don't get me wrong. He does have good grappling, good striking. But it's just like, when you have no power, people aren't going to respect you. And they're just going to come forward and beat your fucking ass and put your face in more. Because you already have a scrunched face like this. They're going to fucking beat it in more. But yeah, he looks like I'm just not tired of getting on these guys. But whatever. Amazing fights. Probably get fight of the night. Both these guys deserve 100K. Fuck yeah. Now this bullshit. Ion Cutelaba gets a first round submission over Umar Sy, whatever the fuck you want to say. Damn, 40 strikes? What? Bro, I swear I missed. I think I missed the beginning of his fight. But I remember I saw it. They were on the ground together. Umar Sy had what was I doing? I think I was taking a shit. I was taking a shit when this fight started. I remember hearing it start. I was like, no, I got time. And I started wiping, like when the announcements, like when they're doing the tail of the tape. And I'm like, I got time. And then I start wiping. There's a bunch of shit. Like, and then, fight's going on. And I got it to a point where Umar Sy was at the heel hook. I didn't really see the beginning of his fight, but not much happened, it seemed like. I mean, the strikes, nothing crazy. And then Umar Sy gets... What the fuck even happened, dude? Like, he got his... I think they scrambled. They separated. Oh, he was on a single leg. They separate, and then Ion Cutelaba gets the neck and gets guillotined and tapped immediately, just like fucking Ciorogan, dude, against John Jones. I remember watching that fight. I'm like, that was it. That's it. Like this was me. That's it. It was that tight. I mean, he is a Hulk. Don't get me wrong. He might be a strong. He looks like he has that Tism strength because he's a little, when he's screaming in people's faces, painting himself up, like this whole body, like that's a little. It'll be a little neurodivergent for that stuff. But I guess he has a Tism strength, and maybe that choke was that strong. But bro, tapping that quick. I mean, maybe it was just too tight. It was too secure, and he's like, I might as well just tap now. But what a fall off from him. I remember a lot of people were very high on Umar Sy and lost to Alonzo Metafield and Ion Cutelaba, which are two like gatekeeper shitters who you should be beating. But he has a physical gift too, bro. Like he's a big, long guy. He's athletic. He's explosive. But fuck that, dude. He fucked up my perfect night. I literally thought after the first few prelims, I'm like, okay, I'm going perfect on this card. I'm very confident. This is a high confidence card for me, like in terms of picks. And he goes out there and he fucks me in the ass, like literally. And this was like one of the fights I least expected. Like I knew Ion Cutelaba was a little dangerous, but I'm like, I think Umar Sy's gonna be able to get this. He's physically capable and he's technically the better fighter, and he just doesn't do it. He just shits the bed, bro, and fucks me. Now, Charles Johnson versus Bruno Silva. A fight where I was kind of watching, kind of not. I forgot what I was doing during this fight. But, okay, first round, Bruno Silva did outstrike him, I'm pretty sure. And I remember from what I saw, he landed bigger shots. And I gave him this round, I think, Bruno Silva. And then second round, what did I write? Because... Oh, I was dealing with the copyright claim because I got a copyright claim on TikTok. I was kind of shitting myself because I saw account could be banned, account blah blah blah. It seemed Charles Johnson was kind of like in the first round his normal way, where he kind of like looks like nervous and looks like out of whack. And it was more evident here, I feel, because obviously he's coming off a knockout loss. He's going up against a guy who's explosive with some power in it, and he was in the back foot, still landing decent. He was still landing a lot of decent counters. It was very close. Bruno Silva was landing a lot as well. But very close competitive fight. And then round 3, I think Charles Johnson definitely won that. I thought he landed more significant. Like more impactful shots in this round and round 2 and 3. I thought it could have went either way. I'm not mad at it, but I thought Charles Johnson won this fight 2-3, but nothing crazy from Charles Johnson. And this is the type of guy that Charles Johnson loses to or has a close fight with, but he knocks out Josh Van, knocks out Loner Kavanagh. But the thing with this guy Charles Johnson for me, because he'll have a fight like this, he'll have a fight where he loses against Ramazan Temirov, and then he'll be online as like, I knocked out the champ, give me my respect. It's like, or lose Alex Perez, and I knocked out that guy Loner Kavanagh, he just dominated Brandon Moreno, give me my respect. It's like, dude, shut up. I like Charles Johnson, but it shit kind of pisses me off because you can't be losing fights to guys you should be beating. Guys of lesser caliber than that. You shouldn't be, like, it was pissing me off before he beat Loner Kavanagh. I would see I just beat the number one contender. I beat that guy who just fought Brandon Moreno or Brandon Royval. I beat Josh Van. I knocked him out a year ago. Give me my respect. It's like, dude, you just lost to Ramazan Temirov. I know he popped, but I don't think it was anything significant. But whatever, dude. Charles Johnson gets the win, and just like really close fight with Bruno Silva. Nothing crazy. Now these prelims are fucking bangers, except for this fight. Miktabek Orobay, dominant ass performance from him. 19 of 24 takedowns. That's some of the most ever in a fight. I think it was Merab Sandhagen, Orobay, Curtis, and then Rosas Font, which are like the most takedowns ever in a fight, or like top 5. 3 of the top 4, 3 of the top 5, I think, something like that. But a switch up, it could be incoming for Miktabek Orobay. I don't think it will though, because he is such a meme with his look, his Genghis Khan look, his 5,000-year-old look, his type of look. And he had his war with Rebecca. He's put on good, fun fights. He finishes fights. And Chris Curtis, he has good takedown defense. Not in this fight though, which I didn't think would happen. I thought he would get taken down. He's good anti-grappling and survivability on the ground, which made it hard for Miktabek Orobay to really get the chain wrestling going a lot and really get dominant positions and stuff where he could do damage or threaten subs, because he was literally just holding Curtis against the cage. He did land a decent amount of strikes, only 20 significant. Nothing. It was nothing. He moves like Bilal, like a young Bilal, where he's like wide stance, like kind of tracking you and like waddling. I always see that with him, but very dominant wrestling. He looked big and strong here, like former lightweight dominating, ragdolling a former middleweight is very impressive. But the thing with Chris Curtis on the other side, why the fuck did he put his hands up after the end of the fight? And I remember when they called 30-27 on the scorecard, he's like rolled his eyes, like, dude, what are you doing? Why do you always bitch and moan? This guy's always bitching and moaning. He literally has the reputation of being a crybaby. I don't like talking shit on these fighters too much. But dude, like, that was, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? What were you doing? What do you think? You think you won this fight? First off, you got control and ragdoll. In the first round, it could have been a 10-8. Could have been. I'll go back to something in a second. It could have been a 10-8 because you got fucking rained on. But I thought it would. How many of those significant strikes were in round 1? 16 out of damn. Not a fun performance. He gets shoved back in the apex. Miktabek Orobay. Could be a switch up from the UFC or the fans. I don't know if we'll get a top 15 matchup. He could. I would like to see him do it because he has 2 good wins at featherweight now, or fucking welterweight. But let's go back to this fight. Bruno Silva had 3 nut shots in this fight. Same shit as last week. You saw this is Zhao Long and Cody Garbrandt. I thought they would have taken a point after one of these, but they didn't. And even if that, then Charles Johnson could have won. Extra good. Now this fight, this is a fucking real heavyweight fight right here. This is the shit we want to see. Shout out to Vitor Petrino for improving his cardio from the Peterson fight. He looked like shit. That fight was a much lower paced fight than this, and he put on a nice pace this fight. He looked good. Asplin, who's had a thing, his cardio is good. His cardio still looked good. It was a high pace, high output. He was taking a lot of damage this fight. And I thought round 1, he did look tired a little bit, but I thought round 1, it was close. I was giving it to Petrino because he was doing really good with the jab. Did put some nice low kicks in there. He was countering very well. He looked fast. He looked like he had lighter man speed. But he failed a couple takedowns, I think. He failed a couple takedowns. And that was a question about Steve Aspen. I thought Vitor Petrino would be able to get them, but I guess Aspen learned from Peterson. He's been working on his wrestling. Who Peterson himself has pretty decent wrestling and grappling for a heavyweight, But then Aspen landed a big, I think it was a left hook that dropped him, landed some big ground. I thought Vito Petrino might have been out of there, but he recovered well, got back to his feet, had his wits about him, and they kept going. And in round 2, Vito Petrino took his back early. I was like, ooh, shit, this might be the sub. Aspen does a good job getting out, and I thought Petrino did outland him, was a more active fighter, and had, yeah, he was, 34-14, damn. Round 2, I thought he definitely won that round 2. So it's 1-1 going into the 4th, or the 3rd, fuck me, dude. And Vito Petrino, same thing, and he actually got his leg kicks going a lot. He kind of stumbled him with his leg kicks. Aspen did rock him early on in the round, like where he kind of just stumbled a little bit. But Petrino like literally went back and landed huge hooks on Aspen. Aspen's chin is nasty. It's like a Hardwick type of chin. He has that 500-pound man. Because I know fat, I'm pretty sure helps your chin, having fat stores, like a lot of fat. He has that 500-pound man strength because he was able to get up pretty easily. And Vito Petrino's a big, thick dude. I know he's coming up from light heavyweight, but he's a big boy. And he was able to get up from that. He's a fat man. Strength, he kept it all, and then the fat man chin. He was eating some huge shots, and his face was busted the fuck up, bloodied up, but they were going back and forth. But Vitor was doing better. He did better on the jab, and he was countering well again and landing more low kicks this round, which were very good. He did a very good job of the low kicks. He was doing inside low kicks, outside low kicks, of course, but a great performance, a great fight. It's a banger. I love Steve Asplin. I really like Vito Petrino too. I've been a fan of him for a little while. Since his light heavyweight days. I know he got finished twice in the end, but I've liked him at heavyweight here. He's not beating the best competition like Peterson, Lane. Asplin's a good win. I think Asplin is pretty damn good. His boxing looked good this fight. He showed a little bit better power than expected, and his cardio was good. His anti-wrestling was good this time around, so I really like that from him. Good performance. Very good fight. This was great. And then this fight, right below it, Elijah Smith chokes out Su Young Yu in the second round. From what I saw in this first round, it was just a grapple fuck. He kind of got controlled. I was coming back from Chipotle. They need to bring back that honey chicken, bro. That honey chicken from Chipotle is absolutely... But Elijah Smith, he got out-grappled, and then he drops him in round 2 round 2, yes. But with what was it? I think it was a left hook. It might have been a left hook or right hand. I don't know. But he drops him, took his back, and then choked him out. It's a good performance. Su Young Yu, it's a tough fight for him. We saw he was able to survive on the ground, which I thought he would be able to do. Got back to his feet. And then round 2, landed a nice shot, drops him. I didn't really watch the fight, but I saw he got a rear naked choke. Very good performance from him from the little bit I saw. Yeah, good. I really like Elijah Smith. He's a great prospect. I think he's 23 years old, so he's a lot of potential in this bantamweight division. A lot of these divisions are cooking up with we have a lot of good prospects. I really like them. We got another one coming up in right here. Balaji versus Manuel Sosa. This could have been fight of the night as well. This fight was absolutely sick. First round, they're going back and forth. They're swinging and banging. Manuel Sosa drops Balaji and then goes for like a Kimura grip on Balaji. Balaji reverses it, lands up on top position, lands on ground and pound. Then the end of the clinch was pretty even. So I gave that round to Manuel Sosa. And then round 2, it looks like Sosa was kind of throwing a little more recklessly. And Balaji looked more technical than his previous fights. He was landing good low kicks. I like that a lot. He had some good counters. He was using his jab well. He was moving pretty well, Balaji. In the second round, I thought Manuel Sosa was going to fade a little bit. But then third round, it just completely switched it. Manuel Sosa looks way fresher. He's light on his feet. He looks like he got some fucking horse juice or some juice fucking put into him for that third round, like an IV mid-round. He came out, he had a nice jab. Still a lot of heat on his hands, but the thing, I think, because Balaji did slow down a lot from how he looked in the beginning of the round, in the late second round, to the end of the round where he got finished, which was a nasty finish, by the way. I think the body work on Manuel Sosa was really, really nice. That really and he's a power puncher. He's a fucking ball of muscle. Both these guys are, but Manuel Sosa here landed some really nice shots to the body, a lot of them too. And he rocked Balaji, grabbed his left hand and just lands a big right hand over the top and just fucking flattens Balaji. He did the fucking plank challenge. That was gross from him. Vallejos, he's been finished his past 2 fights, I think. So, I mean, also he did knock out Mauricio Rufy, so I think he might get a big shot up in this division after this. Because Vallejos is a tough debut, honestly. Tough debut. I'm really excited for this guy's next fight. That was a fun ass fight. That was a fun fucking banger of a fight. We had a lot of these. Brad Tavares versus Eric Anders. I did not watch this either. Sadly, I heard it was a good fight. I know Brad Tavares thing got dropped in round 1. Round 2 was Eric Anders. Oh no. Oh, he got dropped in both rounds? Wait, no, that has to be. Okay, I just fucking up. But I saw, and then Eric Anders, I think in the 3rd round, I saw a little bit of it. Was like controlling him, using his grappling, just outlanding him. And he retired after this fight, so whatever. Kudos to you. Hasta la vista, baby. And Bia Mesquita versus Monse Rendon. Bia Mesquita landed a nice right hand over the top, I think it was. Nice right hand. Just dominated the fight. Hurt her early on the feet. Like stumbled her, got her down. And then landed some ground and pound in full mount. Then transitioned to the back and got a rear naked choke. Just easy money. As predicted, round 1 submission. She got it. I didn't expect her to club and sub her. But she's 34 years old in a bantamweight division that's pretty weak outside of Nunes and Harrison, honestly. But I think by the time she gets up there, Nunes and Harrison will have happened. Maybe Harrison's retired or Nunes retires again. So I think she can make some noise. She's really good grappling. And the thing with her, she has really good ground and pound, which she talked about in the predictions. I think she's got to be a problem in this division. And then we got Hector Sosa versus Luan Lacerda. Another banger fight. A banger little scrap. You know, it was very back and forth. Lacerda got a couple takedowns early. I think he broke Sosa's nose with a knee up the middle. But Sosa was able to get up immediately with these takedowns. Sosa landed some good strikes, good counters, good head movement. I liked it. His defense was shaky, though, when he comes in. And Lacerda wasn't able to land big shots. Hector Sosa had a good chin. Sosa also had good low kicks this round. So it was kind of evident throughout the fight. Lacerda was using a good jab, using good kicks up the middle. But Sosa was being more active. And like we said, his pressure, his pace was very good. He was on the front foot a lot. He started, and toward the end of the second round, he started to take over a little bit. Round 3, continued the pacing. Very good knees and elbows. I really like that from him, Hector Sosa. Very good knees and elbows coming in. He's good at coming with the knees explosively, or when you're tied up, knees, elbows, whatever it may be. And he just got more and more active. He showed a really, really good gas tank, high output, 263 strikes thrown. Lacerda had better cardio than expected. And this was a banger fight. I really liked it. A good way to start off the card because I didn't watch the first fight. I saw like the last round of this, and it just looked like, as we said, Pierre Rodriguez was the better fighter here, the better wrestler, and just more aggressive and the more damaging striker. So that's my recap for this card. I think it was a very, very good card, a peak Apex card, probably the best card of the year, honestly. I think this was a fight. This card I had my favorite time watching on the year. Well, great card. Very satisfied with this one. Better than expected, even though I expected it to be great. And we'll be back tomorrow, probably for fights to make. So I'll see you then.